Yeah, man. What is it? Wisdom on tap or whiskey and wisdom?
No, you're right. It's wisdom on tap. That's right. I'll have to edit
Well,
that out.
we'll start over.
That's right. What man, what did you hear tonight as far as like insights and ahas? Like what'd you get out of tonight?
Man, the best thing that came out of tonight was, a lot of these guys haven't gone down the road of taking care of their bodies through supplements and even exercise, some of them. And I think this was a really a good starting point or a general course on what they can use to better take care of their health.
Yeah, makes sense. Should I go through some of the vitamins to kind of recap for the guys that didn't attend the call or didn't take copious notes?
I'd say do it.
All right, number one, what are you thinking, man? What's in our top five? What might be a number one, or top five? Where do we start?
I'd say a multi. Start with the multi.
Multi, why not? So I like this 2 per day by Life Extension. Life Extension is a good brand. I like it because of the value. By value, I'm thinking quality, which is high, cost, which is low. So they just offer, there's other good ones out there. I like Life Extension. This 2 per day is the one that I take. It's probably 20 something bucks. Life Extension, Amazon. I literally take 2 per day. I like the Life Extension brand. I like a multi because it's like insurance. It's got things that I normally wouldn't get: selenium, boron, chromium, manganese, all the stuff that's just typically not in our soils anymore. So it just makes sense to take for the insurance a good multi. I don't take it for calcium. I don't take it for magnesium. There's not enough in there to warrant, just not enough in there. Loads of B vitamins in this as well. By the way, they're the methylated version in this vitamin. So that's good for those that have the MTHFR gene. So no problems absorbing, assimilating those B vitamins. So I like that 2 per day. What else might be in the arsenal, Jay?
Vitamin D.
Gotta have some vitamin D in the form of D3, of course. I personally take 10,000 IU's daily. In the fall and in the winter, I back that down to 5,000 IU's daily in the summertime because I'm getting outside shirtless, by design. I try to get 20 minutes of sunshine a day. I can't always do that. I'll run my vitamin D levels around 80 based on my blood work. 50 or better is probably a good rule of thumb to be optimized. I like to be around 80. And so depending on time of year, fall, winter, it's 10,000 IU's a day for me. That may be, and someone should get blood tested in order to know the exact amount. I always take D with vitamin K. I take this Super K from Life Extension. I like that. I just take one a day. This is like K1 and 2 forms of K2 in it. I also highly value, like it's just a good value. It's not expensive at all. So why K with D? Because D and K are both involved in calcium absorption, and the concept is as long as you've got enough K, it helps keep that calcium in the bones and in the teeth where we want it, and outside of the arteries. So D
Life
with
Extension.
K. Mm-hmm.
Life Extension also makes a D3 with K2 and iodine. And the K2, if you compare the ingredients with the Super K, they're very similar. It's a form of K1 and 2 forms of K2. And it's all in one dose.
I like it. It makes total sense. If I'm taking D with K, and I am, I'm taking it with fish oil because I'm taking fish oil anyway. Why do I like fish oil? I like fish oil because I like it for heart health. I like it for lowering triglycerides, HDL, LDL. So it's good for the cholesterol. It's good for triglycerides. It's good for some mild blood thinning. So if you're going to go have a surgery, whether it's somewhere within your body or dental surgery, make sure you let them know that you're on fish oil. Get off the fish oil before you have that surgery, just for bleeding purposes. So it does have a mild blood thinning effect. It's good for cognitive health. It's good for heart health. It's good for joints as well. So I take, so D is fat soluble. So you want to take it with a meal containing fat and or with your fish oil, which is why I take them together. Did I miss anything on either the D or the fish oil, Jay?
No, man, I think you covered it well.
I didn't say how much I take. So I'm taking 2 of this brand in the AM, 2 in the PM. There's other brands out there, no doubt. This is not the Rolls Royce, in my opinion. This is a Toyota. This gets the job done reliably. And so I like it. 2 a.m. and 2 in the p.m. Magnesium. This is the Magnesium brand that I take, KAL. I think there's associated somehow with life extension, because life extension references these guys. I like 400 milligrams in the evening time. Why in the evening? Because magnesium is sort of helps one to relax. It's good for heart health. It's got a role to play in blood sugar, etc. But I really like it to sort of try to improve or hack sleep. And so I personally take, and I recommend 400 milligrams. This form is the glycinate. I also like the citrate, as long as I'm at 400 milligrams or less, and I do take 400. Any more than that, and one may have trouble, sort of stomach issues. But with 400 milligrams, most people I find don't have a problem, don't have an issue with it. And it's also affordable. So did I miss anything on that, brother?
No, man. I guess next would be vitamin B.
I like B complex. Some of our brothers on metformin. Metformin likes, those who take metformin need to be looking at B12, because they have a higher need for B12 specifically. I say, why take B12 when you could take the whole B complex? And I get that within my 2 per day, but one could absolutely take B on its own, or B12. Tell them about this sublingual B12 that you're liking, man.
Yeah, I really like, I found a liquid that's sublingual. It's methylfolated B12, and it's very fast energy. And you don't have to do a full dose. You can kind of dose it small throughout the day and get that quick shot of energy. And I really like that. And, when you don't have coffee on hand, or you don't want to drink the coffee, like, in my case, it's another quick form of energy that you can keep handy.
I love it, man. It makes sense. And honestly, I don't see any downside to, it's not like you're going to drink the whole bottle, but taking that throughout the day, I don't see any downside. I don't think it's going to cause any sort of imbalance. With a B vitamin, water soluble, you're just going to pee it out, have nice glowing yellow pee. So yeah, to me, it makes total sense. There's a handful of others that, I won't go through. Those are sort of this is the 101, what I would consider the staple that pretty much everybody probably needs. You guys have heard me say, I love quantifiable data. So I love to be able to see the results on blood tests, and to a certain extent, perhaps the Oura ring. So just thinking of things like sleep, quantity as measured by deep sleep, restfulness, REM, etc. But at the end of the day, these are the staples. We ought to be able to see this stuff, at least most of it, show up in improvements on blood work and blood tests. There's a few others that I will take from time to time, and I know you do as well. So you and I both like a probiotic. Are you taking one at this moment, Jason?
Whenever I can get it naturally, I do. So I'm not taking a probiotic pill per se, but I do try to eat fermented foods daily. So that's how I'm getting my probiotics.
Even better. Makes total sense. Good for, the gut and gut health and digestion is just huge. It has everything to do with, so we're not what we eat. We're what we're able to digest and assimilate. And that all starts in the gut. So the probiotic, especially, so it's, in my mind, it's something that I want to go out and take 3 or 4 or 5 times, not 5 times, 3 or 4 times a year as a rule of thumb. I do a probiotic. And anytime, it's rare that I take an antibiotic, but I do. So as my family. If I'm taking an antibiotic, I'm following up quickly with a probiotic. In fact, I start it before I fully get off the antibiotic. Make sense, Jason?
Yes, sir.
There's a handful of others I take from time to time. I'm off vitamin C right now, but I'm a fan. One of the things I like about vitamin C is I've seen studies that actually show we can lower cortisol levels. And so C is one of those, you can literally take 1 hours. You can do that 4 or 5 times a day if you wanted to. I wouldn't do that long term. I don't see a need for it, but to bump up the immune system, cold, flu, COVID season, whatever it may be, nothing wrong with that. And if you can lower cortisol, you can, you're lowering stress or impacts of that stress on the body. So I'm thinking, weightlifters and hard charging athletes, vitamin C is not a bad thing at 1,000 milligrams at a time, that water soluble vitamin.
Yeah, good for stress, good for recovery. It's I always say take the alphabet first, A, B, C, D.
It makes total sense. I love it, man. I love it. Never heard that. There's others, right? A green drink is never a bad thing to get in more veggies and, push up fruits and veggies. So that's just beautiful now. Organic green drinks and concentrated just makes sense. Ashwagandha, I like from time to time for just adrenal health and cortisol and calming effects. And, to me, that kind of makes sense. NAC is one that Brooke mentioned. Have you taken NAC by chance, Jason?
I have. I take it similar to the way that Brooke takes it for glutathione in the flu season, COVID season months to kind of boost immunity.
Yep, makes total sense. It's just fantastic. I've got a study that shows, there's more than one, but one that I'm thinking about that's on my phone right now. And it shows that NAC actually pushes up glutathione in the body, and glutathione is fantastic. It's like a very, very powerful antioxidant within the body. So NAC, nice, inexpensive amino acid. It's still available, at least at Life Extension. Amazon, they stopped carrying it. It's very frustrating, but I am a fan of NAC. Am I missing any? There's probably a ton more that
I think we could go on and on, man. I think we could go on and on, but I think that's good for 101 for sure.
Yeah, I like it. Anything else, man? Oh, I guess the last thing is like thinking of the guys, Jason, on the Tuesday call, and then the guys tonight, including your own freaking turnaround journey around the physical, where I remember you putting on, 15, 20 pounds of muscle?
Like 30, 40 pounds of muscle.
Insane. It's insane. I met you at 186, right? Skinny 186.
That's right.
Runner's build, runner's body.
And we got to 220.
It's unbelievable. But I mean, when you think about our brothers in Thumos, it's just amazing, isn't it?
I really get excited for the new guys, man, that they come into this with like a sense of wonder because they're hearing things and being exposed to things that they know will help them, yet they've never heard it before or given it much thought. And it's just so cool to watch that.
It is fantastic. I mean, I think about like Dave Meadows and his journey. Holy cow, just life-changing. And right, him talking about his health and getting his health back and his why and living longer and better for his kids. And watching Chad now and that transformation. James B's on it. You've done it. Brooke, David going from where he was sort of past bodybuilder to being so functional now and just healthy, and I'm sure I'm missing another 10 guys. The list goes on and on and on. Chris, who put out the weekly bread, his journey and him taking ownership, control of his health. It's just encouraging, isn't it?
It is, man. I like the fact that, on the weekends and sometimes on these calls, we bring up what's your why around fitness, around health and fitness, and if you can stay focused on the why, keep that front and center, man, it makes the journey a lot easier.
That's fantastic. I was talking on the call. It's like, I just can't believe I'm 50 years of age and I'm doing things, I'm better physically and strength-wise too than when I was 30. It is just amazing. And I really thought when I was in my 30s, I thought, okay, about the age of 40, I'm just going to be on machines and just doing what I can. And that has absolutely not been the case. And by the way, I don't want to go too deep here, but if I look back and think of longevity, rule number one, like the main thing that pops out as a weightlifter, right? I never locked out. And I absolutely, truly believe, I almost know that saved my joints throughout the years.
Oh, absolutely, man. You hear that, all the time, don't lock out. And you put that so much pressure on your joints when you lock out and, you can hyperextend. I've seen that injury happen. It's brutal.
Yeah. So when I think about longevity, not locking out, and then all sorts of self-care now, as you know very well, from deep tissue work, myofascial release, ART, whatever it may be, yoga, right, that you're doing and some others are doing. And then the wonderful healing peptides that are out now, like BPC or TB500. It's amazing how many opportunities we have that we didn't have a decade ago. It's fantastic.
I know. It's a wonderful time to be alive.
It is, man. So what a great Tuesday and what a great Thursday, huh, brother?
Absolutely, man. I got to get back to that Tuesday call. Like I said, the Thursday call, it's you get so much energy, you get amped up, and we knew that. We knew that from the first call. But then you have to try to go to sleep. That Tuesday call being at lunchtime, you get to carry that energy and that enthusiasm into the rest of your day, and that is a cool dynamic, man. I really enjoyed it.
That is fantastic. All right, brother. Well,
all right, Jody.
Y'all have a good evening. Thanks, everybody.
Good night, guys.
How do I turn this sumbitch off, bro?
Dude, that you're gonna watch that bag the whole time.